Hello everybody. Today in this video, I'm going to talk about the major indexes of the market. We would be talking in this video about Nifty 50, Sensex and Bank Nifty. I suppose you must have heard a lot of people talking about Nifty 50 or Sensex and Nifty Bank, and you must be wondering what Nifty 50 stands for, or what Sensex means, or what Nifty Bank means. Or if you have been looking at the television, you must be looking that today there was a 250 points rise in the Nifty index or 250 points fall in the Nifty index, or there is a Sensex which is rising to the higher levels, or there is a selling pressure in the Sensex. Why everybody keeps on fixating on these indexes? Why are they talking about indexes, and what relevance do these indexes have? We are going to talk in this video. So I would be starting off with the Nifty 50 index. Nifty 50 is basically a well diversified index. First of all, well diversified index का मतलब है that it is not just about a single sector we are talking about. Nifty 50 constitutes of various different sectors of the market. Like it includes FMCG also, it includes IT also, it includes automobile also, then it includes banking also, it includes healthcare and infrastructure also. I am talking about various different sectors, and then it has come together to forming one index which is known as Nifty 50. So it is a well diversified index, and it is also known as a benchmark index. Why do I call it as a benchmark index? Is whenever we are talking about the market, so in general we look into what Nifty 50 did today or what Sensex did today to have a clear cut understanding that okay, overall today the sentiment of the market was bullish or the sentiment of the market was bearish. So these are also used as an indicator to understand the overall momentum of the market today or over the period of time. ठीक है. Abhi, what actually comprises of this index, which is known as a Nifty 50 index? Nifty 50 is basically the combined value of top 50 companies of India according to their free float market capitalization. जब हम उन टॉप 50 कंपनीज ऑफ इंडिया को लेते हैं और उन सबकी साथ में एक वैल्यूएशन लेके आते हैं, तो वी कम टू अप टू एन इंडेक्स which is known as a Nifty 50 index, which basically is used by a lot of people. It is used by the mutual fund houses also, it is used by the hedge fund houses, it is used as a barometer to reflect the economic condition of our country. Plus, when we are talking about indexes, we actually have a trading thing also available in this index. If people are aware about the FNO or the derivative segment, we can actually make our bullish positions or the bearish position on the overall index, which is Nifty 50 or Nifty Bank, according to the technical analysis, and make our positions furthermore. Okay, so abhi a lot of you must be thinking that okay, is it a stable index, or these top 50 companies keep on moving in and out on every single day, or how are these companies actually included or excluded from this index? So this index, Nifty 50, is basically maintained by an India Index Services and Product Limited, which is basically a subsidiary of NSE. In small, what I'm talking about is NSE has actually designated a particular committee which looks into what companies are included into Nifty 50 and overall keeps on tracking the position of all these companies. And on the semi-annual basis, that is every 6 months, they give up a report that okay, these are the companies that are good to go with Nifty. If they feel like there's some one or two companies which are to be excluded from this Nifty 50 index, then almost like 4 weeks prior to that, they give an intimidation that these companies would be excluded from the Nifty 50 index from so and so date, and these companies would be given entries to the Nifty 50 index. So this is actually a very stable index, but I won't say it is a stagnated index. These are the companies that definitely they are companies which move out of the index, and there are certain companies which get entries into the index, and who is being authorized to have a keep a full track which company should be excluded and included. It is by the committee which is set by the NSE, that is India Index Services and Products Limited. Okay, abhi index top 50 companies of India according to their market value. So what is it reflecting? It is reflecting ki puri 50 companies, how are they performing in the market. For today, if you see, I am seeing that my Nifty 50 is in the red color, which is showing me a negative of 60 points. What is it telling me? It is telling me that today, on the overall sentiment of the market, I would say was bearish and the index closed 60 point lower side to its previous day's closing price. आज इंडेक्स मेरा क्या हुआ है, नेगेटिवली क्लोज हुआ है या नेगेटिव सेंटीमेंट था मार्केट में, एंड ओवरऑल देयर वाज अ सेलिंग प्रेशर इन दिस इंडेक्स. What does it indicates? That all these companies of the Nifty 50, majority of the companies were actually shedding its value or was actually losing its value in the market today. If these 50 companies grow over the period of time, then my index, which is my Nifty 50 index, grows over the period of time. If there are the companies which are included in the Nifty 50 and there is a supply pressure or there is selling or the companies lose their value in the market, what happens to my index in the market? It actually loses its value in the market. So today if I see that Nifty 50 closes 60 point negatives, that is basically showing that overall sentiment of the market today was bearish and there was actually a selling pressure and then companies were actually losing their values overall in the market today. Now, same stands for Sensex. I have two major stock exchanges in the market. I suppose everybody must be aware about that. National Stock Exchange and Bombay Stock Exchange. Both of them have their own indexes to represent. So Nifty 50 is basically the top 50 companies of India according to their market capitalization on the National Stock Exchange or the companies which are listed on National Stock Exchange, and Sensex constitutes to top 30 companies of India on the Bombay Stock Exchange. So Sensex is my indicator or my index of Bombay Stock Exchange and Nifty 50 is my indicator of National Stock Exchange. So these two overall reflect how the economy is working, what is the overall health of the market, is my market moving to the positive side or it is moving to the negative side, how my economy is performing. When my index grows, it shows all the top 50 companies are actually growing over the period of time, the business is growing and all the way it's going very fine in the economy. Okay, now if I talk about the other context, there is one more thing that I have marked out here or I was talking in the starting of the session was Nifty Bank. Nifty Bank is my another index which is a constituent or a combined value of all the banking companies. ये मेरा क्या है, इंडेक्स है जो बैंकिंग कंपनीज की कंबाइंड वैल्यू से बनता है. तो निफ्टी बैंक represents the combined value of the banking companies of our country. It is a combination of public sector banks also and private sector banks also. It is not like कि सिर्फ public sector bank companies ही बनाएंगी या private sector companies ही बनाएंगी, but it is a contribution of both public also and private also. Now I am just switching on to the tab and you would be seeing I have opened across this. My shows Nifty 50 I have opened and this is showing as of 31st May 2020 the Nifty 50 index, which is basically you can see rebalancing is done semi-annually as I talked, number of constituents, top 50 companies, free floating market capitalization. Then if you see here, it is showing the sectorial representation, telling you which sector holds how much weightage in the Nifty. Then I can see certain other factors like if I want to see what are the companies that contributes to the most momentum of the Nifty, these are the top 10 companies right now according to the free float market value, which constitutes now to the momentum of Nifty. If you see, Reliance hold 12.51% in the Nifty. That means overall Reliance has an impact on Nifty which is equivalent to 12%. So overall a positive momentum on Reliance will give a good impact on Nifty and a negative momentum on Reliance gives a good impact on Nifty. So these are the top 50 company, sorry, top 10 heavyweights companies. And then if you want to look into the complete list of what companies are in Nifty 50, so this is the Nifty 50 website. You just open to a website of Nifty 50. It looks like this. This is my website of Nifty 50. When you go on to the market data, you will see a segment which is equity and SME market. You just click on to equity and SME market. Then you can come across here and you can see Nifty 50. This would be showing you all the top 50 companies or all the companies which are included in the index of Nifty 50. I have all these companies included in my index of Nifty 50. Same way I can go to Sensex and check out the companies which are included in Sensex 30. okay, or the 30 companies which are included in the Sensex. Now, same way, if I want to look into Bank Nifty, I just go on to the index, and one second, hold on. Yep. यहाँ पे I can see other also. These are the other smaller indexes which have been derived. You can look into these also. The majority we track upon Nifty 50, then we track upon Sensex and Bank Nifty. But if you want to explore more, you can even look into Nifty Next 50, Nifty Mid Caps. The mid cap companies have their index, and then small caps also. Then you have sectorial indexes also, like Nifty Auto, Nifty Bank, Nifty Energy, Financial Services, FMCGs, and everything. Now I'm going to talk about Nifty Bank, and I have clicked on Nifty Bank. So all those companies which combinedly constitutes to the value of Bank Nifty, which is tradable in the FNO segment, comes across, and I can actually see this is my index of Bank Nifty, which is right now at 34,946 rupees. It is my index which contributes or come across to the value from all the banking companies which I just showed. These are all the banking companies which are actually basically giving the value of Nifty 50 index. Now, if I want to look into the Bank Nifty weightage, okay, I'll just type it out, Bank Nifty weightage. Anything you are confused with, just Google it out, you will get everything. Okay, so see, same rebalancing is done semi-annually. Okay, and if I come across here, you can see that these are the top 10 constituents or top 10 heavyweights of Nifty Bank, where HDFC Bank holds around 27.58% and ICICI Bank holds around 23.72%. And then there are other banks which actually impact the momentum of the bank Nifty. So Bank Nifty, Nifty and Sensex, three major indices that we rely upon. Banking index reflecting how the banking companies are performing in the market. Nifty 50, a well diversified index which is reflecting various sectors or various like pharmas, then uh, reflecting FMCGs and ITs and everything like that. Then Sensex itself is also a diversified index. Sensex is top 30 companies, Sensex is top 50 companies. Sensex is for Bombay Stock Exchange and Nifty 50 is for National Stock Exchange. And this was a topic that I was going to discuss today in this video. So thank you so much everybody, and thank you. Bye bye.